What's good, everybody? Time for another story. This one was another traumatizing one, but more traumatizing than the first one if you saw my other video. This is about me going into the Navy. Now, it took a while for me to even decide to go into the Navy, or the military for that matter. I thought Marines first, and then I changed my mind and went into the Navy. Anyway, I went through boot camp. That was one thing. Wasn't what I expected it to be. I was very disappointed in boot camp, actually. I went to firefighting training and all that stuff in Japan. Yes, I got stationed in Japan. I was there for 3 years. But before that even goes, my journey of getting over there. First off, I find out they give you a wish list when you're in boot camp of where you want, where you would like to go. And you pick like 5 different places. You can pick U.S., overseas, a combination of the two. And I picked a whole bunch of places. But the furthest away was Hawaii, which was one of my dream spots. So I get there, and he says, I get to the classification area, and the guy says, what do you think, where do you think you're going to go? And of course, my number one, I'm from Philly, so I was like, I want to be stationed in Philly. He said, nah, you're further west. So I'm like, oh, I put down San Diego. So I'm like, I'm going to San Diego? He's like, no, further west. And I'm like, oh, snap, yo, I'm going to Hawaii? And he said, no, further west. I'm like, what? Further west? Ain't nothing out there but water. What are you talking about? And he says, you're going to Japan. And I was like, yo, because like prior to that, my uncle, who was in the Marine Corps, he told me some crap story that they don't send you overseas your first time out, which I found out was a lie. But anyway, I end up going over there, and when I get there, I'm meeting my ship allegedly in Okinawa, Japan. And they tell me the ship's coming in tomorrow. Well, tomorrow ended up being 5 days. And along those 5 days, I didn't get paid. I went over there with about $75. That $75 was gone in about 2 weeks prior to me getting to that spot in Okinawa. And they wouldn't pay me, and they wouldn't give me a chow pass. So I'm like, yo, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm looking at a Dorito in an ashtray, and I'm about to eat this thing. And I'm like, yo, I got to go down there and get something. So I go down there. The guy tells me I'm not going to pay you because your ship's coming in and we don't want to mess up your pay. I'm about to jump over the counter now. And I'm like, you're going to pay me or I'm coming over here. Well, long story short, they paid me thanks to a warrant officer that was there. And I finally ate. Can't believe I'm going to starve in the Navy. Crazy.